Hi everybody, it's Crazy, it's Friday, and it's time for the UPBGE video of the week. Now before I get started, give a shout out to my trusty because you guys rock, to my Crazy fam, I love you guys, and to my patrons, thank you for your support. Now, we left off with the game engine book. I'll bring it up here for you. Okay, it's game development with Blender. It's called the Game Engine book. You can get it from GitHub, and the link will be in the description as always. If not, check the other videos and you will find it there as well, but I'm pretty sure I'll put it in there. We left off on linking and appending. That's this right here, and let me squish that down. Come on over here to the Blender game engine, or UPBGE. We're going to come up here and go to Blender game. If you'd like to make that permanent, you can come down here and hit save as startup file, and it will automatically be on this. Now I'm using 2.78.5 version of Blender, which is actually the UPBGE 0.2.0 version of UPBGE. Okay, so that way you can follow along. You can do it on 0.2.5. You shouldn't have a problem. Okay, so I'm going to begin to read. Okay, there are 4 ways of adding new objects and other data blocks to your Blender file. You can build them from scratch, of course. You can import them from a different format, such as FBX. I'm not going to say, I can't remember how to say it. That's Collada. You know, those are just examples. You can link them from another Blender file. You can append them from another Blender file. Okay, so for linking part of another Blender file, click on File. Let's go over here to File. Okay, go to Link down here, or you can hit Control-Alt-0. Now in the book it says Control-A0, Control-Alt-0. Okay, which will bring you to this, and it says Browse in your system and find the source file. So I'm going to go over here to Assets because that's where I have all my, ones for this book. It says, let's see, source file. Click on it and you can see some folders that categorize data blocks. Okay, that's the, as soon as I click on it, I'm going to do 2. Okay, now these are all categories that hold data blocks. Let's see. Configuring option. Let's see. No, hang on. Select intended data blocks or block. Configure linking options in the I'm going to do object. I'm going to do shark mesh, and you can configure them here where it says link from a library section. Okay. So finally we come over here and we click link from library. So now when I delete the default cube, there goes my little shark. Oh my god, it's Susie Shark. So that's the shark, that you'll be making in this chapter, which is kind of cool. Stay tuned for that. And you can link it over, but if you notice that you can't hit tab to edit, tab doesn't work. And also you need to be in Blender game, don't forget that. And if you want to make that permanent, just come on down here to your save startup file and you'll be able to do it. I'm going to come down here and turn on my screencast keys because I keep forgetting them, sorry. Okay, so as you see, if I keep hitting tab, nothing happens. I can't tab into it. All these are grayed out, so you cannot use them. Okay, so now let's continue on. Say for the appending part of another Blender file, click on File, go to File, go to Append instead of Link. They're right below each other. Okay, or Shift F1. Okay, shortcut keys can help you. Okay, then browse in your system like you did before. Okay, and find the source file. Click on it and you will see some folders that categorize the data blocks, which we go back here, same thing. Okay, see, select intended data blocks, configure appending options in the append options library. So this time we don't want to hit shark mesh again because it's already there and you can't edit it. Okay, so let's go up here just to the cylinder. Okay, we're going to click on that and we can add everything in there that we want. Okay, So then you come and you finally click on the Append from Library. Now if you notice now, I've got a cylinder, okay? And the weird thing about this cylinder is you can actually edit it. Because what it does is it makes a copy of it and puts it into your Blender file. Linking, on the other hand, gives you a link to this file from the original file. So you can't edit it. Okay? And we're going to go on about that here in just a minute. Okay? Some tips for you. Okay? In big and complex Blender files, there are many files, data blocks, and you may have problems in finding your intended file. You can search items through the search box at the top right of the dialog. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go up here to Append again. Okay? And you'll see it's right up here. Okay? So you can actually look and see them. Now, here you can pick individual ones, or if you hold Shift, you can actually do them all. Okay? So remember that for next time, and you can just, if you wanted, say, the lamp. See, now the lamp shows up right up here. I'm trying to reach to the screen. The lamp is right here. We don't want to do that, so we're just going to cancel out of this. But if you ever need to look for one, you can look at it right here. Okay? You can always search for it. Also, you can filter data blocks and items in the filter tab, and I just did those. I just showed you which ones you can filter. Okay, you can use thumbnails to find some data block types easier. Before using this feature, use file data preview commands to generate thumbnails for your data blocks, like materials and textures. Now, what it's talking about, when you come up here and you go to do Append, you can hit this right here, and it'll show you what they are. But you actually have to go into File, and where's it at? Extended Data, right? Yeah, no. File, Data Previews. Oh, there it is, Data Previews. Okay, and then you're going to have to make them. And so you can refresh the data block previews, batch them, batch clear view. So you can actually refresh the data block previews. So if you hit that and you come over here, mine probably won't do it because it never does. Okay, if you bring it up here, usually you can see your data block here. So that's one of the neat things you can do in it. In the older versions, it's harder to see. Okay. So, and as you see with their picture that, I'm going to switch over to here real quick. Oh, wrong one. There we go. You'll see that they have the shark and the shark eyes in this, and they did this view here. Mine, for some odd reason, doesn't want to show it, and I really didn't pay any attention to it. Okay. So let's kick back over here. Okay, so the difference between linking and appending is what happens after you bring the new data into your file. If you append the file, let's call it a library, okay, the new elements will keep no reference to the original library file. Okay, so this one right here will not keep anything from the original file that you appended from. Okay. You can literally delete the library file and it will not result in any changes in your work file. So I can go back over to that Blender file, delete it, and it's not going to affect it here. Okay? That also means that any change you do in your library file will not be synced back into your work file. In other words, if I rotated this, and let's rotate it on, yeah, is it X? Yeah, there we go. Rotate it on its x-axis. Now, if I go back into the original file, this will still be as if I did it like that, no matter what changes I do. If I can tab into it and I want to scale these up. Okay? That looks kind of funky, doesn't it? Okay, so that will not change it in the other file. All right? All right. If you want to keep the files in sync, and you do most of the time, okay, you then need to set link while importing the library file. That's the Susie shark right here. You notice that little blue halo around her. Okay? By doing this, you will not be able to edit the file in your working Blender file. Instead, you need to go back to your original library file, change it, save it, and then open the working file again. So in other words, I'd have to exit out of this one, go into the file the Blender file that has this, and change it, come back to here, and bring it back up, and this will change. Okay? So this one you can change, this one you cannot. As you will see from our file structure explained next, we will be using mostly linking between the files, because linking is a little bit better, so it saves you a lot of extra file size and all these extra elements that you really don't have to have. You can link them and it'll still work. Okay. You don't simply dump the whole Blender file inside yours. Instead, you can navigate inside the file structure and bring in only an object or a group, material, or even an entire scene. We will be linking the shark interface, environment, and other fish in the main file. Okay. We could also do nested linking by having one of the library files link another file inside it. For example, the actions could be linked in the armature files. Okay. All right, so let's get on into, see, what are we up to? Yeah, we got about 11 minutes. So let's go ahead and end it there. If y'all decide that we're going to do a little bit more of, a longer section, let me know, because we can actually go a little bit longer. I can go 30 minutes. I can go an hour, depending upon what y'all would like to do. Leave me a, yay or nay in the comments, good idea, bad idea, in the comments. Says, hey, yeah, we want more time. No, we don't need that much more time. We'll wait, until next week. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it off at how to use the chapter files until our next video, which is next Friday. If y'all decide that y'all want to do, that y'all want me to do a longer video, and y'all can sit through a longer video, then we may change that up to 30 minutes or an hour, depending on what you like. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Drop on over to my server, say hi, leave a comment in the comments below, read through the description, and tell me what you think. All right? Till next time.